What's going on, everybody? Cowbell here. We're going to be playing some Starbound today. That's what you guys voted on. Let's see. Barry, Blazin. Looks like you guys are already here. Not good at answering that question. No worries. Okay, I guess, is better than not okay. So we'll take that. We're just getting everything all set up here, but I'm gonna be playing with my friend Juli today, so she'll be joining us, and we're gonna be working on the space station and whatever other progress we can accomplish in the meantime. Ta-da! All right, so yeah, there are a lot of plants here, in case you didn't notice, and a lot of chickens, and there's a cat and lights that are flashing. Because, you know, and this guy, or these two guys, all seem to like walking through the floor. I'm not sure how they do that exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on the ship all at once. That's pretty much the gist of what's going on. So let's just finish the setup over here. And I think I need to, oh, no, it's already on. Cool. Already open. That's what I like to hear. So hopefully this isn't lagging too much for you guys. Let me know if you're noticing any drop frames, anything like that. But it seems like everything is operational, so we'll just roll with that for now. Let's move this over so I can see what's going on. Ha 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 ha. All right. So yes, the tour of the ship. Well, there are a bunch of people. First off, lots of people. Ask me what do you mean? I always hate the oh. That's something that your teacher asks, and you're like, you don't really care about what I'm thinking. I understand. It could be tough. I mean, some people, and you can always tell, or you can't always tell, but a lot of times I think you can tell if someone's genuine about it and if they actually care. So, I guess it's one of those things where you kind of got to feel it out based on the person. Let's try filling some of these because they're getting a little bit low. I don't think I can really afford to just drop full stacks and top everything off though, so we're just gonna start like this. Should be up to this one now. Yeah, we're still not gonna we're gonna finish this row, but the top row is gonna be short on water, so we need to keep on generating some of that, or just go to the ocean planets and drag a whole bunch out. That's another option we've got. But you can see it's just all rice. It is literally all rice here. And the reason for that is because it stacks and it doesn't spoil. So if it didn't stack, then it would fill up these 8 slots pretty quickly as far as output goes, and then it would just stop. But at least this way I can continue growing and growing and growing, and it's portable. I can carry it with me. I can make it into something that's edible whenever I feel like it or need. And the other benefit is that I can just take a whole bunch of this and end up preparing it and selling it, so we can actually get some money for the things that we need. I don't think that was what the intention was for these things, but we're doing it because we kind of need the monies. Space stations are really expensive. That's one thing I found out so far. Oh, you say that to your teacher? I getcha. It's, I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation. Everybody's different. It's a hard one to just kind of classify with one overarching statement. So I don't know. Julie's here. No, we're not going anywhere. NPC on my ship. We are absolutely not doing that. But I am collecting all of these eggs. Because why not? Alright. Oh, there's another one. Everybody give me the things. Okay, so let's get this rolling. Okay. How's 322 eggs? I like that they added stacking to the refrigerated storage options because you used to have this mod called Food Stack. And it would just have a station that you could create for like 5 iron bars, and it was fine, got the job done. But now at least it's kind of integrated in. So I'm definitely happy about that. That's one of the things I really like actually about the devs, Chucklefish. They've always done stuff like that, like crops used to not grow at all when you were away, and now, like if you're off planet, and now they actually do that. So I think it's really cool. There are chickens for days. I don't know what they're eating exactly. Are you gonna murder the chickens? It's not like I don't have 80 of them. It's okay, Julie. Waiting for your PC. Oh. Waiting for your PC to what? Start up or? Here, I'll make you feel better. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine. There we go. We just senselessly murdered a bunch of chickens. Hooray! Try for double hours. So much poultry. Honestly, if you're checking Discord, Blazin', I just want to drop a message over there for you. Oop, that's the wrong app. That's not the one. Do-do-do-do. All right. So yeah, if you need to put that stuff away for whatever reason, I have a couple of mini fridges that I grabbed, but I think you should be fine with it, honestly. The water pump is handy. It produces, so this is one of the Frackin' Universe things. It's like the second tier for water generation. The first one is just a regular well. Takes up a lot of space, slowly generates water, stores up to 50 units, I think. The water pump works a lot faster, it can store up to 1,000, so it gets a stack. It also generates methanol, which you would normally have to extract from things like logs, wooden logs, and algae, which is great because you can make that into, you can create the seeds for algae pods using the algae and some other resources, and you can grow algae more consistently, which is a wonderful fuel source, and how I've got almost a full enough fuel tank. So that is a wonderful thing to have, getting that water pump. If you're doing fracking, that's a great idea. You can go anywhere, basically. You can just have an endless supply of fuel at that point. Oh, you like the, you like all of the rice we have here, Julie? You're fine with that? Awesome. I do appreciate that, thank you. Expanded, yes. And pretty much just for this. Yeah, it's all rice. This is rice. All this is rice. There's a couple of other things in here. So Blazin', in case you're wondering, Juli is the one that I shared your picture with from the other night. And that's where I pasted the reaction of. So yeah, that's how that happened. I like rice too. I mean, there's a lot of rice here, which is great because there's a lot of good things that rice... Whoa. Hi chickens, welcome to the second floor. Can't hear Julie. Yeah, Julie's actually not. You made them sparkly. You did. They're so pretty. Julie's actually not on voice, but she is listening, so. And she is also over on Twitch, but I don't know if she'll be typing there so much as in-game. Yeah. On both. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Both the chat boxes. I know, I have to always... I have my setup, because I only have one monitor, so I always have... I have my broadcasting software in the top right. I have my chat client below it. It combines everything. I have the game in the middle. I have loots in the top left. I have my chat bots on the left-ish side. It fills up the space so quickly. Eat rice every day. I don't see anything wrong with that. I love rice. Rice is good stuff. Oh, and if you are over on the Twitch side, by the way, you can check out, there is an extension that we added. We added it last time, actually. It's called Stream Legends. Basically like an RPG type of add-on. You can play it if you're on the desktop version of the website for the channel. And it's something where we can all kind of work together and raid stuff together from what I've read. I have to get a little bit more into it, but I think that would be a pretty fun pastime, so feel free to check that out if you're over on Twitch. Walking under the floor. I know, I don't know. They're also headless. If you really, really want to look at that, where they appear headless. So, yeah, this is what happens when you use a mod called, I think it's called Job Offers. And basically you can craft an item that lets you hire some NPC for a specific job. So that way you can decide what job you're gonna actually get out of somebody, and also not have to go and do like 15 quests and them to be like, yeah, I think I'll join your ship and clean the floor and do nothing else. So I ended up picking up one of the penguin mercenaries in the outpost as a chef, and here's what we got. Why we have two of them, I don't know, because I didn't actually hire two of them. But they're here, so... Loose fixes minor problems. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could get something that's not too expensive to finish it off and just get like a second monitor. I'm grabbing that egg. Oh wow, I actually hit all of them with that one. I was not expecting that. My cat is gonna go all for that egg. I know it. A lot of loots, though, would definitely be the case. Alright, fine. I'll take the egg if you don't want it. Silly cat. Alright. So, yeah, I'll show you what we've got so far as the space station's concerned. So, let's see. Can I... Julie, if I'm at something, can you beam down straight to what we're over? Because I feel like that's half of the fun. Even if I have to jump back to it. And if you don't have your mech, then let me know also, because we'll have to go ahead and get you that quick. Main messages on Twitch. Alright, awesome. Sounds good. I mean, it shows up for everybody, so that's one of the wonderful things with Restream. What was that? Can beam straight down to me. Can you beam to wherever my ship is over? If you're on my ship? Because I feel like that would be part of the fun with this. PC is on YouTube. Alright. Sounds good to me. You can. Okay. Do you have a mech yet, Julie? Oh, are you starving? You sound like you're starving. Do you need You don't have it. Okay. No worries. If you need chicken, by the way, I've got plenty. Or rice. Either way. 11 cooked poultry. I'm going to go ahead and stack the, well, the non-cooked stuff at least. Put these eggs away. Food on your own ship. I mean, I got tons of food here too, so. So what we're going to do, we're going to get you that mech because we want to go ahead and do some space missions because space and stuff. Space is fun. I like that they added this actually because it used to just be that you would pretty much, all the food's rotten, that's fine. You can actually, do you have a hand mill already? The space stuff that they added is cool because what you used to do is you used to just pick a system and just fly to that and then pick a planet and only fly to that. There was nothing with the intermediate space. So I like that they added the option to pick exactly where you're going. Kind of like this. I can just decide to go there if I want to. I won't have anything to beam down to other than whatever's on my register with my teleporter, but I can fly to whatever I feel like. And I think that's a really cool experience. Not to mention the fact that they have these stations now. Like this one is a trade station. There are some that are actually instances or like where you're fighting basically. And there are friendly and hostile ships also that you can go and visit. So I think it's really cool. And mechs were new also. This is going to be one of those hostile areas. I don't know what it is, whether it's a station or whether it's just a little cache of materials or something, but yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you understand, Blazin. Let's see, what was that? In storage, it's supposed to stay fresh in the refrigerated one, I think, but it's fine. Because what you want to do with the, if you still have the spoiled food, I have a hand mill right here. And what you want to do is you want to dump it in there. You can actually get some fertilizer for it. Hand mill is right there, yeah. It's like tiny on the floor next to the sewing machine. Like you're on top of it. So you could dump it in there and you can make mulch, which at least will help fertilize the crops, so. Spoiling isn't so bad with Frackin' Universe. And I'm just grabbing all the water I can, just keep topping off. Also, nom nom. So we needed to finish off a couple of these with some water, if I remember correctly. Let's take half. Half for you. Half for you. I think everything else, we're in a pretty good spot now, at least. Om nom. Yep. Om nom nom. Alright, so if you need to get your mech, let's go ahead and head to the outpost real quick. And this is going to be an instance, so I already did it, so it's not going to be something that I can do, but it's a quick little course, kind of like you do with the text when you learn the text for the first time. So it is just a quick course to show you the basics of using a mech, and then you'll go through it and you'll have a mech available. So it is actually down here. Unless, do you have some text to get? Is that what's going on over there? Florin enjoys travel. Florin enjoys things that are things. Florin likes stuff. What was that? Fake Falcon license? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. It used to be, there was a mod that made the mech suit actually tech-like. But if you had some tech to learn anyway, that's fine. Which one are you up to, by the way? And then where we can go. In the meantime, I'm gonna try... Should I try that? No, I have too much money. The first one? Oh, okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that. If you have what you need for the second one, you can do that too. Because, I mean, all the tech ones are real quick. But here's the basics of this little mech lab down here. you've got your crafting station right here on the end. So you learn blueprints from finding them out in the wilderness, or I guess maybe you get them from certain stuff in particular, but most of mine have been basic mech blueprints that have dropped from just adventuring in space and blowing stuff up or opening containers. So you have a couple of basic ones, like this adventurer mech body. See the 1 for max energy and defense. Energy is basically like health for the mech, and it'll drop when it gets damaged. It'll drop over time. So you kind of need to keep it topped off if you want to stay in the mech. Now, you've got some better ones, like I learned this recipe where I'm going to need some salvaged parts. And I also need some Durasteel, but it's going to boost that max energy by a little decent amount. So that's something I'd like to get at some point. The first thing that I really want to pick up, though, if I have the option, didn't realize how much of an upgrade that was. That's not what I wanted to get, even though that looks like it would be pretty handy. What I want to get is this missile rack right here, because it's gonna drain energy faster from the mech, because right now I'm using, I think, this flak cannon. So I'll drain energy a little bit faster, but at the same time, it's gonna fire some guided mini missiles, so that'll be a lot easier for dealing with combat. I won't have to lead targets so much. I'll just have to fire in the right general direction, and the rockets should take care of the rest, the missiles. And if I had a choice at a second one, I'd probably go with this protector mech arm, which would create a defensive shield around my mech, so that should help out a bit too. Oh wow, yeah, it is a stream. How are you, Jackie? We're streaming Starbound like you guys asked for in the polls. Do you guys like those polls, by the way? Do you enjoy doing that? And Juli, yeah, if you have to talk to this guy and do his quest. And that's how you get your mech. But the other station here that you guys were seeing is this mech assembly station, and you can pick colors. So you can change those. I like my blue. And you can change the secondary color to... You're doing well. Awesome. Rosh Hashanah time with family. The other thing you can do is you can change out the parts. So any of the ones that you made, you can swap out here. And the horn actually doesn't come with. I found that doing some space missions earlier. So we have a horn on ours, and it gives you the total energy usage per second. So you kind of get an idea of what your survivability is without dealing with enemies. I'm doing pretty well, Jackie. Just really, I'm actually really looking forward to this because I've been seeing so much stuff with Starbound I haven't got to check out. The space stations, really. I've only started scratching the surface on them. So I am excited to get to play this with you guys and have Juli here with me. We're going to be playing together tonight. But, Juli, did you see the quest with this guy? Or did you... Oh, wait, you didn't do Urkius, right? If that's the case, we'll blitz through that quick. And then, after that, we should be able to get you that mech. And that's something that we're going to be checking some space a bit. I think that'll be cool. Be a little bit different. Don't have a quest. Yeah, no, I just realized why. I got it now. Alright, so do you have the Urkius mining facility quest? And if not, tell me what your latest story quest is, and we can work from there. Didn't go to temple today because I didn't want to miss anything in school. Okay. That's fair. I know a lot of people do, but there's no reason why you have to feel obligated. In my opinion, I'm not a tremendously religious person, though, so I'm probably not the best person to ask about that sort of thing. We want to revisit the Urkius mining facility. Hi, Fran. How are you, Fran? Basically, all we did celebrate Rush shows. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that though. I don't think I've actually had it before. And I probably am screwing up. I don't even know how to pronounce it, honestly. Sounds obnoxious. Alright. So we're gonna show these guys who's in charge of this place. Let's see, is this the weapon I want? Yeah, that seems pretty useful right there. Not that religious either, to be honest. First time I didn't go, yeah, it's understandable, I think, but again, you're talking to somebody who's really not a good judge of that sort of thing. Bye, friend. There we go. We're going through this. Because now this is happening. Oh, right, we need to go this way. Right over here. I'd like to miss school. Oh, there are a lot of them. There, I think I cleared out a lot, though. Bye. I love when stuff works out like that. It's funny going to areas where you're way overpowered for them. I'm just grabbing this stuff. There's nothing... If there's anything, like, equipment-wise, I'll leave it for you. And I'll try and leave the pixels, too, honestly. Unless, if you leave them behind, then I'll take them, but... Or, you know what? Why don't you just loot everything? How about that? Go for all the things. Here also still. Nice. Yeah, get out of here. Get that mess out of here. Not have to go to services in here where you don't understand. Yeah, that's fair, I think. I don't know. Again, the whole religion thing, not my forte, so I'm sure that to others it would be tremendously offensive. The fact that I'm like, religion, whatever, but it's not like I'm going for that. It hasn't really been my thing. That's reasonable. Oh, I ran out of energy here, didn't I? There we go. In the face. In the face. Alright. I definitely agree, though. If you don't understand what's being said, then I don't see what the purpose would be. I don't think there's really much to gain from that. There we go. I could pretty much just shoot everything through the wall, which is nice. Yeah, I can grab these two because I got the double jump. It'll be easy for me to get at. Grabbing all the things. Oh, I don't have room for that. Oh, how about that? Well, let's we're gonna try and throw this. All right, I guess everybody wants to jump down there for some reason. Juli, I'm throwing a pickaxe over here because I can't carry it. But I am making sure that they all get murdered down here. Everybody wins. You got the pickaxe? Oh, okay, cool. Up we go. Up we go. Yeah, no, I don't know, just... If it doesn't mean anything to you, I don't see the purpose either. I guess I'll turn that on. Yeah, lights. Maybe the second monitor. Thank you for the loots, Blazin'. I appreciate that. I'd love to be able to get... If I could get a second monitor off of loots, that would be ridiculous. But I'd be happy with that. Only words I really know are shalom, peace, hello, or goodbye. Tov. I mean, I'm probably butchering it all also. Tov, good evening. Okay. I mean, that's more than I know. Kind of have two religions. That sounds interesting. If you'd want to discuss more about that, you're welcome to, although I know religion can be a tough one for that guy. Yeah, pretty much. Bye, friends. That goes back to the beginning. Took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, I remember this. That's like a checkpoint. 1, 2, you're dead. And you're all dead too. I'm also going to get a thing up here. Oh, I can't carry it. Never mind. Oh, at least I learned this thing. But if you want that stuff up here, feel free to grab it. Mason, hey, what's up? I don't know more if I thought about it, but yeah, just stop talking about religion. That's fine. I don't have a problem with the concept of religion being discussed. It's more of, as long as it doesn't go down the road of, like, these are the things that I believe in, and I have a problem with the things that you believe in, and I don't know, religion can sometimes be a touchy subject, so I tend to just avoid it in general. Hey, buddy. Bye, friend. Am I in the mood for roasted potatoes with roast beef? That sounds good. Suddenly hungry? What? Well, you did run, so it would make sense that you're trying to get those calories back and catch up. Yeah, while you loot, I will top off as well. Yeah. Everybody's doing good. I mean, roasted potatoes with roast beef sounds pretty good, I gotta admit. Seems like a nice, like, hearty, standard meal. I'd be cool with that. Go to a Christian church sometimes. I also pray to Buddha. Interesting. Huh. That I am not... I haven't heard that one before. Hey, buddy. Hey, you can finish that guy. Is there anything up here? I forget. Oh, there's a chest up here. It's another thing for cosmetics and lore, so you may want to grab that. I could take him. There you go. That's before dinner, though. Ah, I see. I get you now. I see what the problem is. Got a driving lesson in the morning. In the UK, we don't do our driving lessons at school. You know, I mean, when I was growing up and they did driver's ed, a lot of people did it before school also, or after school. One or the other, pretty much. But yeah, no, that's. I don't think that's too unusual. Don't worry, I got this. There's probably not gonna be much in here anyway. There's a pickaxe I'm gonna bring out to you, and that's it. That's all there is. I need that, but I don't need this. Maybe. Did that actually go where I wanted to? Not even close. Here's what we're gonna do. Whoop. There you go. 1 damage was not... That was amazing that you only took 1, by the way. So do you still have the translocator? This guy? Guess it might be an interesting because friends do the same thing. That is interesting though. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. I just haven't heard that before. Compare recently about my weight, constantly weighing myself. Maybe it's just wrestling. Yeah. You know, I think that's a fairly common thing though, for people to just be worried about that sort of thing, especially in that age range. I think it's very common. Queen of Random Topics. I'm okay with that. The crown is slipping away. Where I want to be. Yeah. Hey, you know what? good time to explore. Anytime's really a good time to explore different things. I think that's the case for whether it's knowledge in general or religion. Check out things, see what you like, see what appeals to you, and just go with it. Oh, that's fine. Here, I'll go on the right, or yeah, you can go on the right. That's fine. I'll stay on the left side. And he actually caught me. I tried to get past it. Yoink. And now I just do this. And I got those two. Ow. I should not have done that quite like that. I'm kind of like screwing myself a little bit right now, so let's heal a little bit. Fires a cannon. Okay. Got those two. Nah, that's okay, buddy. I'd rather not. And pretend I did. You should be able to teleport even with this thing. Whoop. Gotcha. Oh, you're gonna die. Just jump upstairs. Hide from those things. Because we can shoot them now. Pretty leisurely, honestly. Let's see. I know I missed some things. I will answer in just a second. Please bear with me. Please leave your message after the tone. Here, take a sword. Or dagger or something. I didn't have room anymore, and I think you would use it anyway. We got an eye. Got a creepy eye. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Hey, Jen, how are you? Let's see. I missed a couple of things, so it's wrestling because I do it even though I'm 113. Hey, that's pretty solid weight. I don't think I see anything wrong with that. So tired. Hi, hey. Who decided that is? Oh, to do the driver's ed thing in the morning. Yeah, you can have all that stuff. Activate that machine, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna eat this chicken though. That'll heal me up a little bit. Alright. All the things. So we should be doing pretty good. We're gonna have your ship fixed up. Then we can do the mech quest, and then we'll explore that station I was talking about. Because there's some cool stuff. Kaboom. No, the space station is actually really cool. I like that they added that they allow you to expand and build a structure in space and pick where you're going to put it. And I think it's also very fitting that it is as expensive to build as it is, because it almost turns it into like a guild hall type of deal, where you're going to have to join up with people. You're going to need to either make a ton of money or work together in order to get the resources you need, and then put together the space station piece by piece and expand in there and build. And it's just a cool space to have out there. Yeah. I think you need to talk to this guy, right, to get your thing. Get your ship all thinged. It's 9:50. My sleep schedule. Yeah, mine isn't really doing so hot either right now, Jackie. I'll work on it, I'm sure, sometime. No, I do need to get better with that, but not tonight, because tonight I'm gonna be worrying about getting through some of this and hanging out with all you guys, having some fun, shall we say? How you say fun? I forget what that was from. Now I'm the one who is random. Is this an auto chip? I think that's an auto chip on the ground. I mean, yeah, that sounds good. Do you want those auto chips? Is that... Oh, okay. So you go back. You go back and store, come back, and then I'll go ahead and head back and store some things too. You should be able to, if you want, carry... If you can carry something in the mouse cursor, I've noticed, if you pick it up and keep your inventory open. So you can kind of get one extra thing, you just have to hold it so you can't use your weapons and stuff. Public services training, armed response unit. Oh, cool. So boxing, sports are necessary. 6.8 bleep test. I'm not familiar with the bleep test. Let me just toss that pickaxe over there, though. Ah, yes, that's blazing. That's blazing, Jackie. So yeah, you guys did talk about wrestling before. I can feel under my eye getting dark as we speak. Where you're just like, oh, eventually I will just fall asleep because my body says so. That's usually the sort of thing that happens to me, where eventually I just can't do it anymore, and I'll try to stay up, but my body's like, listen, we have to have a talk. And by that I mean, you need to sleep right now, because I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not going to put up with this. You can't make me. Asian football. True statement. Which I still think is awesome, by the way. Who is that person? Who is that masked man? It's a glitch. The symbol of the eye is one that stares eternal. Well, I mean, I do have this eye thing. This one? That eye? Oh, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to do that. All right. A football. Literally a yellow football. Like a Nerf one. Pull off of wrestling when Dwayne Johnson started acting. Oops. Oh, The Rock. Fitness gram pace test is a multi-stage. Aerobic. Capacity test. Interesting. He became an actor from a wrestler. No, Asian football. As opposed to a yellow one. You must have been acting before. No, Mason, that couldn't be. It's real, right? There's no way that could be fake, right? Oh, man. So yeah, we're just getting everything situated here before we head on out. When Julie's done with storing and grabbing her stuff, we're gonna head back to the ship and store a few things, and then also go ahead and navigate towards the space station that I built earlier, so we can check out what is currently there. But we're gonna wait for her to finish up her mech before we actually go and check out the station itself. So that won't take too long. Once the quest starts, it's a pretty quick thing. But I love the stations and the functionality they have. And I love that mods add different rooms to be built in the stations too. So you get some extra options with certain mods. And Frackin' Universe is one of those that adds a couple of room types. So that's going to be pretty cool to check out. Line thing is, oh, I get you now. I get you. There's a lot of them. Is that what's going on here? All right. Sounds good, Julie. Yeah, once you finish up with that, go down to that penguin in the mech lab and make sure that he's got a quest for you. You can do his little obstacle course, which I'd show you guys, but I already have it completed on this character. Since you guys talking about sports, I can fit in. No. Aw. Well, you always fit in here. I mean, this is... I feel like this is a great representation of the community in general. Got a lot of the regulars here. I love to see that. Love to see you guys having a good time. And it's Thursday, so everybody loves Thursday and Friday anyway. You're right there by the end of the week. I'm being sarcastic. Well, it'd be like the cool kids. What in tarnation? His score is like 120. See, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I assume it's good, given what I know about your other skill sets. But I don't actually know what the score ratings are. Quality content right here. What, chat or the fact that I'm jumping around on a ship? You got two great options here. Two fantastic ones to pick from. Here, take the stuff I don't care about. All of these things. You can even take that. And we'll carry the supplies. These are trade goods, so you can, with the certain stations, the NPC ones, like that food distribution station, I'll show you real quick again. It is in our system right here. It's right over here, this one. So with those, you can buy, in this case, food. There's 4 different types of trade goods. And each station sells one of those types and buys one of the other 3 randomly. So you can buy and sell, and if you buy too many, the price goes up pretty high. If you sell too many, the price goes down. So you can only make, like, you can't just buy thousands of these things and be like, sell, 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 and now I got a ton of pixels. Because eventually it starts to barely be worth it, if at all. Let's see. All the above. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate that. It was bad last night. I had a nightmare about the doll head from Toy Story 1. You know what was actually funny about, or one thing that I chuckled about was when Woody and the toys are trying to scare, what's his name? Sid, I think. And somebody did a remake of that, or just voiced over it, where it's pretty much the same thing in general, but then when he leans in Woody to talk to him, they have McCree's voice saying it's high noon, and then have the Deadeye thing coming over Sid as he's running indoors. It's like, that is hilarious. Pacer's running back and forth in the gym, so I can do that 120 times with legs and with legs and stuff. 120 times in how much time? Because I assume that's how it's probably dictated. Or is it just 120 times before you can't anymore? Let's put away a few of these things. Because we're carrying some stuff we don't really need. It'll be a lot easier when we don't do that. Fraction Codex. Oh, we read that already. Alright, here you go. Anything else I'm not really using? It's a start. We got some room. We'll go with it. In the test. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Also realized a pair of legs, which were combined with a fishing rod. I get it. I see what they did there. Alright, so the station, if I remember correctly, is here. I put it in the Akamar meme system, mainly because I liked the fact that it had meme in the title. Thought that was fitting. So our station is right over here, Polaris. So we're gonna jump over there. It's gonna use up a little bit of fuel. Not too far though, we're pretty close. 120 times before people yell at me to stop. With a watch, probably. Knowing them. But I got you now. So that's pretty cool though. Reminds me a little bit of like the physical fitness test with the shuttle run and stuff like that. Do they still do that stuff? Or is that not a thing anymore? And zoom. Alright. There we are. So actually go to the station now. And of course I have it bookmarked. No more. They don't do that anymore. Man. And here's the part where I start feeling old. Oh, you have the mech quest. Oh, cool. I didn't see that before. Sorry, Juli. Could you do it with him then? Because you should be able to complete it and then have access to the mech, and he should give you a starter one with some basic parts. Yes. Okay, so it's all done, or you're doing it now? You're old. That was actually a discussion at work today. About all the things that made people feel old in my office. Doing now? Awesome. Sounds good. One of them was we were talking about the Flintstones, and my coworker's daughter was like, "What's that?" And we're like, "Oh man, come on." Everybody knows the Flintstones. 477, you're getting up there. And you know what? That reminds me, as a thank you to you guys who are watching right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys all 50 credits real quick. There are some mini games, so if you're curious about those, let me know. You can play some of those, or you could save them up. The only reward I've actually instituted so far is that at 1,000, I'll give you a temporary mod for a day. So that's something to work towards if you want to. You get 1 credit per minute for staying in here. Flintstones, yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's another reason why I gave the 50. I knew I could count on you guys. Oh, man. Yeah, when they were like, what's that? I was like, oh, come on. And we were trying to describe it, too. It was such a sad effort on our part. So we're like, okay, like, do you like Fruity Pebbles? And I'm like, nah. Like, but you know what Fruity Pebbles are. Like, yeah. You know the character on the Fruity Pebbles box? Like, nah, not really. Like, I don't know where else to go with this. Oh, man. Kids these days. Oh, but I bet everybody feels like that as you grow older. There's always a previous or a newer generation who's like, what is all this stuff that you're talking about? You just sound weird. Oh, I tip a car off, push along, beat screaming yabba dabba do that. That was actually what I said then to my coworker, when she was talking about. She's like, about the fact that she didn't know the Flintstones were. And I was like, yabba dabba do. I'll make my friends or my kids watch DBZ when I'm with Dad. I think everybody should at least watch it once. There's enough meme references that they should also probably watch DBZ Abridged, because that's just hilarious, in my opinion. But that may be a personal preference. Man, I loved the Flintstones. Flintstones, the Jetsons was another obvious one. Pretty much everybody knew the Jetsons also. So usually back to back, I think, if I remember correctly, as far as the schedule goes. Got your mech? Awesome. Well, then you can head over to my ship, and we're gonna beam down together. If they don't like it, I'm gonna make them like it. You will like this show. You will watch it and you will enjoy it. Scooby-Doo. Ah, another one. Of course. Classic show. Johnny Bravo. Yep. Tom and Jerry. My old science teacher used to watch Tom and Jerry in class during study hall. So welcome to your mech, and welcome to the station. This is what we've built so far. Obviously, I threw down some random Frackin' Universe crafting stations here because I needed the room. But we've got a teleporter pad down here, so you can go ahead and register that. You'll also notice that gravity is a little bit lighter than usual, and that is due to this guy right here, this panel. I can change gravity at will, so I can make it so we can not really jump so well. Or I can drop it all the way down. And we can... Oh, what happened here? Did we lose? Oh, we lost. If you drop it all the way down, then it actually drops down to no gravity. Or you could just have mad hops like that. Old CN shows. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One thing that makes me feel old. 7-year-old. What's the Amanda show? Oh. Yeah, so what I end up doing, Juli, is I tried to make it so a single jump. Yeah, like right about there. Because then a single jump, basically my goal was to get a single jump to reach the platform. You have the double jump, right? Or not yet? Giant probably was just one big amazing reference. Not yet. Okay, so we'll leave it low then, so you can get up there. These platforms I just kind of threw together. It's very spotty. And the reason for that is because I just wanted to get up to here. So we've got this. Let's explore this for a second first. We've got this giant core room here. And we can put stuff in here. We've got expansion options on all 4 sides. Obviously the first one's taken up by this corridor that we had to build. But then after that, up here, we've got a greenhouse right in here. So we can go ahead and plant some stuff. Can expand to the right still. And on the left, which is also got room for expansion, we added some solar panels. So this is a Frackin' universe resource. They use different sorts of energy. So now we've actually got solar panels on top here. So we don't even need to take up room inside the station. We've got solar panels right on that hallway. We can hook it up to stuff and generate energy that way. So we save some room there. And we've got a bunch of options for things to expand. So it's like, I want to hold the mirrors and watch myself flex. Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince was amazing. Man. Let's, I'm also just going to go through, before I go off on shows for the rest of the time here, I'm just going to go through this list real quick and show you guys what sort of things we could build with these expansion slots over here. We've got the regular core option, which is your smaller version of that large core that you saw down below. It's just a one by one square, as opposed to the 3 by 3 that was the core. And you can do different corner slots where it's only open on certain sides. You've got that option. Cross junctions. Crosses where it's 2 unconnected tunnels as opposed to a straight cross, which could be cool also. You could kind of have things run like that. Same with the other direction. Greenhouse. We've got the large greenhouse over here. That's this 4 by 4 that you already saw. Next things I would like to get operational are mech assembly room I'd like to put together. I think that would be a good thing. We could have the assembly station so we can put together and pick our parts, and also the crafting station in there. So we can actually build these things at our base. So that's something that I want to put together. And then mech bays are really just the areas where we docked. You can have another docking area for mechs. Horizontal, long horizontal is what we've got down here. Has a rail running through it. I don't know if you can put an elevator on it. We're going to see if we can do that. Probably not today, though. Large residential room is something else I'd like to eventually explore. We could maybe see what that looks like, put one in. You got your solar hallways. We've already got the tier 2 right here. T-junctions, here's your large core. Other corners, an east-facing mech bay. Residential shaft could be interesting too. Long vertical, regular vertical, T-junction. So that summarizes all the stuff that we can build based on the mods that we have and based on the vanilla Starbound options. But we can just expand this base and fill it out and have NPCs here and grow stuff. And screw with gravity, apparently. Like, pretty solidly. Let's see. 7-year-old, what's iCarly? Alright, I'm leaving. Alright. That's it. Forget it. Which is pretty much what we were saying with the Flintstones earlier. What happened to TV? Can you believe they put on Nick at Night? I don't think they put that on Nick at Night. Just figured out it's real. Yeah, that website is certainly something that exists, if that's what you're wondering. I would not recommend going there unless you know what you're looking for and you're legally allowed to. That's another thing that's actually important. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Oh, Palm Hub. I've never actually bothered to see what that goes to. But the letters do kind of just blend together, so it's a little understandable. But anyway, so Julie, what I'm thinking. We've got a little bit filled out here. I'm thinking to the south. I don't know whether we want to build it south here. Make sure you grab this teleport, by the way. But I'm thinking either south here. We could add a shaft to get... Okay, sounds good. We could add a shaft to get the mech assembly room maybe beneath. Like add a vertical shaft and then mech assembly room. Or we could throw one down over here, perhaps, on the bottom of this large core. Could do that. So I think we've got a couple of options for where I want to focus our resources next. And obviously we could fill out an actual stairwell up here. Maybe add some things in here. We've got a lot of room to build in here, so we could do a lot with this. Mech assembly could do well into the main room. You mean this, like the one with the teleporter, or this, oh, the first room? Yeah, that could work. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Mechs are like right there. Yeah, even though you don't actually need your mech to be able to get to it, from like a lore standpoint, I think it would make more sense. Of course, if you teleport to the station, then your mech isn't with you. So that's another thing. But, and also why I wanted to fly over here and bring you here with the mech instead of having you teleport, because I thought it would be cool to have you fly in with the mech. I don't know, I just like the mechs. I think they're pretty fun. What do I have in here anyway? Oh yeah, oil. I was trying to get some oil. I forgot about that. Alright. High five. Alright. So yeah, that's... Yes, you can walk in here with the mech if you want, but it's a little sluggish until you get some upgraded legs, which I don't have built. I have a blueprint for some, but I don't have the resources. But yeah, you can take your mech in. I don't know how far you'll be able to get. You may be able to get all the way through. Looks like you can. Yeah. So that's kind of cool then. We can actually take the mechs down to the mech assembly room if we want to do like a lore type of deal. That drill will mine stuff, by the way. Worth noting. Corn hub. Born hub. Oh man, so many things. Alright, so that being the case, I'm just going to take a quick look at any one of these extensions and see what we need to build. We're probably going to need a shaft first, I imagine, a vertical shaft, before we really worry about the mech assembly room. So if we do that, PS2 7. Yeah. Note to self, do not drill the walls. I think the walls are fine, but anything inside of the structure, I think that could be mined. I believe they made the walls impenetrable, and I'd have to go in as a mod or as an admin and take off protection for those block types. So that way you can't just build your own station completely out of whatever blocks you have. You have to use their blueprints, but it is possible to do that if you were to take the protections off. You could build your own, really. So we could always look at that in the future with another station or something like that. But let's see. So we're going to need 20 titanium, 25 gold, 30 silver, and about, let's see, what would that be? 5, maybe 6 copper bars. Can't get back down. Oh, with the mech. Are you up top now? You can't get... Oh, you can't crouch? If you hit down, yeah. I say you should be able to make it crouch. That mech does fall a lot faster, by the way. But anyways. So, we are interested in trying to find out where we can get some of these resources. And that's partially why the whole rice farm thing exists. So we can get these metals a little easier, because buying bars of titanium gets expensive real fast. Points. I'm not sure what the command is on AnkBot. There should be one, but I can probably just take a look real quick if you want. I just need to... I see one for Blazing Half Asian. I don't know if that's the same one. That might be the one. It looks like 143 for you on Twitch, by the way. Welcome to the rice fields. This is what we do here. We farm rice, and then we sell it for massive amounts of profit. I can't steal your mech. Good to know. I may or may not have tried that just now. Maybe. Nom. Alright, so we want to get some resources for this. So, titanium. And may or may not have tried earlier. Yeah. I believe that. Glad to see we're on the same page. But we need titanium, silver, and gold bars, basically. Copper, we probably got enough anyway. So I'm going to beam up. I'm going to see what I can do as far as selling a little bit. I don't want to sit here and just cook rice for the next 20 minutes to sell it. So I'm only going to probably grab a tiny amount of what we've got. You know, I'll grab... Alright, alright. I get it, cat. I get it. Yes, I get it. But I will just cook probably the one tray's worth of rice. And what I do, for those of you who are watching at home, is I usually dump it all, or dump as much as I can, into a fridge and just keep stacking it. That way I can just let it keep cooking and get a giant stack and have it all condensed down so I can sell it all at once. Use the rice cooker. Did the one before I fail with points. Let me see. Oh, the PS2 one? Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Have you ever heard of a PS1? They had those? Of course they have. They have PS4s now. What do you think that came from? Get out of my sight, kid. The rice cooker. I don't think I have one. Otherwise I would. SNES. Oh, man. Super Metroid was one of my favorite games. The NES. Yep. I'm trying to think some good NES games that we had. I remember we had Mega Man 2. Mega Man is a great series. People don't really appreciate Mega Man, I don't think, as much anymore. But I loved Mega Man, which is something that I may be bringing to the channel at some point in the future. We'll have to see. Super Smash Brothers, oh, the original on the N64. That was a great game. I'm sure they don't know what N64s are either, if they don't know what a PS2 is. That was man, so many classics. Not NES. Yeah, no, that's fine though. That's still a good reference because I don't think I think that falls into the same PS2 generation. 3 rice cookers. I definitely do not. A rice cooker to back up your rice cooker for the backup rice cooker. But yeah, so I'm trying to think some other classics that we had. We had one called Ice Hockey. That was an interesting one. N64 for the PC. You know, I've looked into things like that before for games that I have, but I haven't had much luck with N64 in particular. I don't know why. Did the cat eat the eggs? Yes, my cat eats the eggs, and I just want to lock that thing away to prevent it from stealing the eggs. Yes, my cat loves eggs, apparently, Julie. Yeah, I've already been there. Believe me. Usually it'll be when my inventory's full, and they'll drop, and I'm sitting there scrambling, trying to pick something up so I can pick up the eggs. And he's like, oh, what's going on over here? I'll just eat all your stuff. Pretty sure he does the same thing with the rice. Workstation problem for... Gosh, put rice in the cooker. Lock in the flight room. I could try, but it only works so well. Give me crops. You don't have to give me those if you want the stuff. I do have some rice already and some tomatoes, so that is perfectly fine if you want to hold on to that stuff. I have no problem with that. We are gonna, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a few of these things, and now we'll have more room to stack a little quicker. Fair amount of poultry. Yeah, well, there were plenty of options in my ship here. And some canned food. Yeah, and we can always buy more canned food if we want. Canned food isn't too expensive, really, which is nice if you don't have a valid farm set up, you know, one that's self-sustaining. Potatoes, pearl peas, battered banana, and something else. Oh, I didn't actually take anything else. Perfect. 529. Getting there. Why is the cat come running? The cat likes the fact that you fed it, maybe. When I start shooting, I'm trying. Look, let me love you. Let me love you. My cat is a little weird, apparently. Only one? Wait, what was the only one? About the rice in the cooker problem? Or, oh, only one per? Stab, did he stab? Alright, so we actually, what I'm gonna do now, Julie, you could beam to me again when I jump over here. We're gonna have a very haphazard setup. There's a flag here with a teleport, but mainly the purpose of this, it's nothing fancy, but mainly the purpose is I could ship out my crops, which I left in the fridge. Rip me. I'll be right back. But Julie is Asian. Julie is Asian. No double jump. Oh, here. So you need what? 10 silver bars for that? I'm pretty sure I can do that for you. I'm pretty sure I can get you what you need for those techs. And then at least you'll have all the techs unlocked, and then we can really start looking for stuff. Let's see. I've got copper ore on me. I want to grab the rice, but I have tungsten ore. I have iron bars, tungsten bars. Do I have silver? Where's my silver? I only have 6 silver ore, so I need to actually buy some more, but that's fine. So sit tight. I'll go ahead and get that. Do you have an Asian name like you? I presume Juli is watching. Silver. We need silver. 7 silver bars. I mean, that was 2100 pixels, which you can see how the cost gets out of hand real fast if you don't spend a lot of time getting like those growing trays up and running and just mass producing crops. Because Chinese, yeah, victory. I forget how many of these we actually needed, so I'm gonna go with 25. And there goes most of my money. But we also needed gold. I do have some gold ore there, but I'm still gonna buy some of these because I know we needed 25 or 30 of these. So we'll get 17, and then I have enough to make 16 more. So I goes 33, and 33 minus the 10 will put us pretty much close where we need. But oh, you found me. So you need silver bars, right? You need the silvers. Here's 7. I need to go and actually refine the other 3. Hello, is blurry and cannot read it. Oh. Juli, do you want to write it in Twitch, or do you want me to repeat? Whatever's easier. Furnace is at the station. It's at Polaris. I know where the things are. You can write it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I try my best with the resolution. I know it's not exactly the easiest. Silver bars. We want to do all the gold ones also while we're here. Awesome. Okay. Let's head on back. But yes, that is gonna be enough to get you the first one. That'll be enough to get you the next tech quest, and you should have them all done then. That's right. Ruku, I remember. So now, if I remember correctly, so the tech upgrade console over here is from Vanilla Starbound. And you do these 3 quests. The first one is the body one, next one's leg, then head tech. And you basically bring 10 copper, then 10 silver, then 10 gold bars to this apex over here. And he lets you run on a course and try out the basic tech, and when you're done with it, he lets you keep it. After that is when you can actually get these upgrades, or different versions rather, for each of the different tech types. So we start with Distortion Sphere, which is basically Morph Ball from Metroid. You could change it to Spike Sphere so you can climb on walls and just kind of stick to them so you can just run around the ceiling. You could go with Aqua Sphere and move across liquids quicker. Sonic Sphere, you can do a dash while in sphere form, which could be useful to get into some areas. With the body, you can see there's an extra one in here, but you've got your regular dash, which is the one that we both have now. This one can be used in midair. All of these, by the way, require 8 tech cards to unlock. And then you have them and you can swap to them at will as long as you're at one of these consoles. Blink Dash just teleports you outright over there so you don't actually move through the space. You just end up in it so you can go past things. Kai Cherry Dr. Pepper. Did you see something back there? Is that what happened? Sprint. You can spend energy and just run instead. So that could be useful. And air blink is the same thing as the blink dash, just in midair. And they have different cooldowns and all sorts of stuff. Different energy costs, I'm sure, also. Wrong character. I feel like that would be easy to... oh, that's what you drink. Gotcha. I get you now. I feel like it would be easy to do wrong characters on a typically English keyboard when you're trying to go for non-English character sets. Especially non-European. Delete instead of Coral. Aw. Aw. I feel like that could really happen very easily on an English keyboard. This is the wall jump I could get, kind of like Mega Man X. I don't speak Chinese either, but delayed air boost. Not really familiar with that. 3 smaller jumps instead of the 2 regular size jumps. Oh, speak Japanese. I got you now. Up and down arrow keys. Oh, that sounds obnoxious. That sounds so obnoxious. Now, as far as the tech console thing goes, you could buy your own, but it's like a teleporter. You can place it for 5,000, but if you try and pick it up, it breaks. So you can't actually just move it once you put it down. But I think this is from Fracken. This guy actually has different techs that we could get straight from him for varying requirements. Like I could go ahead and pick up that Zero Burst 1 if we wanted to. I just gotta go and get some biofuel canisters, which is algae and some salt, and I forget oxygen maybe. It's not too hard to make. Let's see. All the characters. Japanese, you have to push space to find kanji characters. Ugh. I mean, it's like here, it's a way that this works, but it's not exactly the way that you were expecting. It's pretty good at recognizing it. Oh, okay. Maybe it is better than I thought. Crude injector for performance enhancers. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to try that. Protective bubble at high speeds. That seems handy. I don't know if we have... We do have some of these, though. I think we could get this. 4 core fragments, 4 hardened carapace. We're going to try and get that. I don't think we have the graphene, but... We need the 12 biofuel canisters also. We're going to try and get both of those techs, actually. It's a Chinese system. It's absolute crap. Oh. It sounds painful, almost. Just from what I've heard. Oh, I learned how to make a core short spear because I picked these back up again, I guess. Salt, a little bit of salt. What else do I actually need for this? What I need to do is head back to Polaris, because that's where we have the crafting station for making the biofuel. And we should be able to mass produce it if we have some water on hand, which I don't know how much of that we've really got, but we'll see what we can do. Advanced plastic I could still make some of. That's good. Oxygen and salt. Okay. Salt, oxygen. This will at least get us a few. We're gonna need more though. But you can see how much algae we've got. We've got a ton of this stuff because we just keep growing it. So we're gonna have fuel for days, because the other things that you need from this you get by just chucking water into any extraction device. And you'll have hydrogen as an additional byproduct. So you have that on hand for whatever else you need, but yeah, it's really easy, especially you just find an ocean planet and just sit there and collect water and then dump it in here, and there's your salt and oxygen. So very, very easy once you get a water pump to have unlimited fuel for your ship, which is cool. It's very, very handy. You don't have to worry about trying to go onto the moons and dealing with the Arceus horrors, which are obnoxious to deal with. Intentionally so, but still, just not my favorite. So let's say we need biofuel. We need the core fragments. And what else did we need? We needed one more thing. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was the hardened carapaces. I think those might be back at my ship. So we're going to check there real quick. See if we can find them. I think it's there. I think it's probably in this main storage. I think it's a green background item. I don't know. When you have this many thing, and as far as this much stuff in a storage container, it can be hard to really isolate what it is you're looking for. You okay over there, Julie? Where would I be if I was hardened carapace? There it is. 3, 4. So that's gonna be all we need. Almost died via falling. Via falling where? In the tech test thing for the jump. Because I know... Oh, in the outpost. Yeah, that can happen. It can absolutely happen. Extra embarrassing. Oh, yeah, I've dealt some damage to myself there. Not gonna lie. Emergency bounce. Add to the tech savvy collection. Why does it say I got 0 of them? Oh, and I use those circuit boards? Alright. Fine. I'll go and make a couple more. If you insist. Just go ahead to Polaris real quick. We'll have that tech also. Or we should, at least. So annoying to type with phone. I can imagine that would be really annoying to type with a phone. Because that looks just never ending as far as trying to cycle through characters. We need the auto assembler and we need circuit boards. We got a ton of silicon too because we have another plant that actually produces it produces silicon outright. So we don't even need to go hunting for any of that. We don't need to dump a bunch of sand into an extraction device anymore. We can just grow silicon. So circuit boards are easy at this point, really easy for us. Simple but annoying. Yeah, it's not perfect grammar. I feel like on a phone you kind of accept that to be the case and you're like, it's all right, I'll just accept that it is not. I'm not expecting it to be perfect. What was that tech that he was going to teach me? Oh, boost here, then it's lesser cousin. So let's put on the emergency bounce. I'm going to put on the boost also. Whoa, okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright. Yeah. Okay. I do want to try... Can I use it mid-air? No, I can't use it mid-air. Sadly. But I can just, from the ground, just... That's some nice height. And it does damage to the surrounding area, too. Oh, and that bubble automatically appears on me. That's cool. I remember you used to have to... press F and decide how long you were holding the bubble and when you wanted to let it go, but now it automatically activates when it tries to figure out if I'm going to need it. So I can literally jump and the bubble just is like, oh no, he's gonna need that. Yeah, so in case you didn't get a good view of that one, Julie, you can go you can watch the bubble just kind of activates for me and starts draining my energy. But so I guess as long as I have energy now, I shouldn't be able to die from falling. That's handy when you're going down into caverns and trying to dig and you don't see a hole. Korean looks like faces. Chinese has a lot of lines. Japanese has small and simple characters sometimes. I mean, that it sounds not probably the way that I mean for it to, but I am unfamiliar enough with all of those languages in their written form that I would not really know the difference. Which is kind of sad, I suppose. But I haven't really been in a position where I needed to know how or what any of it meant. Alright, so let's see. Did you do both techs, by the way, Julie? Are you all caught up on techs? I am curious about this guy. I don't know what's going to come here. Because I haven't quite gotten that far, it seems. I'm used to having my double tap dash, but I don't have it anymore. Oh, fam came in. That's okay. Did you do all, or you did all the techs? Because you used the morph ball, so you definitely did. I don't know if I want to fight this guy, because I don't have any upgrades to my weaponry. I'd love to upgrade the mech first. But you know what we're going to do? Actually, we're going to check out some of the space-based encounters. So I'm going to head back to the ship real quick. And we're going to check out some friendly ships, some hostile ships. We'll check out some stations, some anomalies. And we'll just give you guys a little tour of some of the things that you can expect to see when you are navigating in space. So first, let's start with, let's see, is this a hostile ship? Yeah, we'll start with this hostile ship over here. So Julie, we'll be beaming down together, presumably. Is it? Did the map freeze on me there? All right, that ship seems to be gone. All right then. Plan B. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head to this anomaly first. I'm gonna do this one. With mechs, yes. With mechs indeed. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you have a few empty slots in your inventory in, I forget which slot it goes. Might be the 4th one, but you're gonna get some salvaged parts. So those are gonna be handy to have, because that's how you can build upgrades for things, and you can get a blueprint from the guy, the mech guy. That's one of the quests that he gives you next, to give him some salvage parts and he'll get you a blueprint. Since Jimmy's circle, circle, circle. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and beam down with the mech. And we're gonna go ahead and check this out. We got an anomaly here. We're gonna look, and you can see already the game kind of helps you out. It tells you where a beacon is with an arrow, so you know that that's where something is, and that's the direction you should be heading. Why so big though? What, the mechs? Because why not? So I probably should have seen that coming a little bit. And you have little red arrows for indicators as far as where your enemies are, and you can kind of so we can tell at a glance if something is coming, but it can be a little hard to lead some targets. These are the base weapons. When I'm fighting these things, I like to have my drill constantly active and just use it as a shield to try and push things away from me. I'll grab that, I suppose. Salvage interface chip. I got some meteorite rocks. That will help to fuel your mech up. Normal uppercase O, Japanese sensor symbol. It's funny, that's the same thing, pretty much. So we could drill these if we wanted to, but there's really no particular reason to take that unless you want to extract what's in there. Oops. Turned to face the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. Hurrah! Okay. Stream kind of crashed. Julie, you having problems with the stream also? I can shield you for a sec. We don't have anything coming. But also it looks like we are coming up on our station here. No problems with the stream. May need a refresh, I'm guessing. I don't have any drop frames on my end either. That has some stuff in it. This will likely have some things. I'll take that one. On Twitch only. I mean, I know Juli's on Twitch. Also, there's probably nothing else down. It would probably be anything that's connected to this platform. Here's another thingy. That's a blueprint for a part. So, oh, you're on both. Fixed it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'll let you get that blueprint though, so you can unlock your first mech part. And I think that's pretty much gonna be all we're gonna find here. So that's it for this anomaly. So I'm gonna beam us up. And you can go ahead and use that blueprint and see what mech part you got. I don't know if you'll be able to build it, if you'll want to build it yet, if it's much of an upgrade at all. But at least you'll have that added to your list of things. Split shot mech arm. I don't know how exactly that works, so that sounds like it could be good. But next up, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna stop at this weapons platform here, which is it's a hostile station. You can see the lore on it is it's a deep space weapons platform staffed by the mini-cog used to nuke celestial bodies from orbit. So we're gonna wanna take care of them, but you can see the threat class was 3, it's low. There are some, I don't know about stations, but there are definitely some ships from the Lethia fleet that are threat level 6. So that could be a little bit much. We don't have any indicators, so we're just gonna wander. We're wandering to the right. Let's see what we find. Trying to kind of keep everything at bay a little bit here. Didn't quite finish him off, huh? I mean, a drill might do it, but I'm not gonna bother waiting for him. You're right over there, Juli. Okay, I was just trying to give you some supporting fire just in case. Tuna sub backwards is... never realized that. Alright, we got some more hostiles over here. Now our cannon that you're seeing, it actually produces some flak when it hits the target or it hits any surface. I believe, I'm pretty sure this is the case, if you fire it too close to yourself, then it will actually damage the mech a little bit. So something to bear in mind with this base weapon, the flak cannon arm that they give you to start with. But the drill, you know, you don't need to worry about that sort of thing. I can just shoot right through the middle of them, apparently. Come on. There we go. Oh, that guy came flying. Stick a ram. Here, you can take that. What do we got here? Oh, that was a lot of energy. So those canisters I just shot, it has a ton of energy for the mech. So it'll usually top it off or fill it up quite a bit. Oh, I know what you're doing over there. Just yams. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Alright. I think we're coming up on... We're not going to be able to damage these walls, as you can see. But we're coming up on where we need to be. So, let's see if we can find a mech bay where we can dock these things and start to clear out this station here. So we don't want them nuking anybody. We got enough problems with all of their mini cog stuff. But if your mech needs some energy, you can, well, I guess that just went to me anyway, but, you know, whatever, I guess. So, yeah, there's gonna be some stuff in here. I'm gonna just clear this one out real quick. Let's see. Hello, person. I'm also watching on Twitch if you're interested. Yeah. We are live on both. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll respond to the rest of this stuff. Take that, person. Doing well, thanks. Just stumbled here. Awesome. Well, definitely happy to have you. we're checking out some of the stuff in Starbound that we haven't really checked out before, which is basically a lot of the Spacefarer update stuff. So definitely excited about that. I guess I'm eating some of this rice that I meant to sell once upon a time. Oops. That's happening now. And what was that, Julie? Ah, welcome. Yes, welcome indeed. But yes, we are definitely new at this stuff. Whoops. Didn't mean to leave my mech back there. Both your poultry. It's fine. It's not like I don't have 400 rice on me right now, so we'll be good. That's not what I meant to do. Let's actually use the elevator, I guess. Or you know what? Hang on. Before we do that, why don't we clear out this side too? Because we could easily just take that out. And there's a map over here, which will give us a new mission location. So we're gonna want to grab that also, or use it at least. All right, ready? Everyone ready? Then everybody needs to get shot. Of course, now I'm charging my energy, but there we go. I think that should do it. Yeah. All right. Victory is ours, he said in a rather less than enthusiastic voice. But let's see. Remote mini-cog stronghold. Rebels might need some help, and we can get some blueprints by doing this, so we'll go ahead and take this mission. What was that? A tech chip. Cool. All right. Yeah, you can find some interesting stuff in these. You can get some good loot. Share rice with me. I'm hungry. I wish I could. I wish I could share rice with you. Let's see. You wrote it in both. I was like, wait a second. All right, so you're on board. We're gonna head on down and see where we're at here. Let's take it a floor at a time. Looks like the left side is gonna be a med lab, so we're gonna want to capture that first in case we need to rest. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what we want to do. I am charging, I think, energy. Yeah, okay. Hey, we survived. That was the important part. And let's just top off real quick. But yeah, so if you have any questions, you can see we're pretty much an open forum over here, Yam. So please feel free to throw what you got out there. What's in here? Anything useful? You can take that, sure. Breaking my mind. Not that, anything but that. Throwing knives, cause why not? I never use the throwing weapons. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and open this and probably break this person. If it lets me. It won't let me, actually. We can't open this door. So maybe he's a prisoner. He might be a prisoner. I'm assuming that they do passive NPCs also. We'll find out. We're probably gonna need to free this guy before we can actually find out the answer to that, though. Playing with any mods? Yes, I am, actually. There's a handful of mods. I can go ahead and grab the list for you once we get back on the ship. But the major mods that we're using are Frackin' Universe. I have Frackin' Music also, but that's not really impacting the gameplay, just impacting the audio. Outside of that, we have job offers, so that one over here. I picked up the chef one also, the chef crewman, and the job offer for that. Can't go back up. That's strange. I could probably call it. That would have been much easier. But the job offers one. The way that works is you can create or you can buy a job offer for a particular crew specialty, and then you can use it on pretty much just about any NPC, and they'll become an NPC who's interested in joining your crew with that specific specialty. So rather than having to deal with things like, let's do 12 quests for this person of fetching items and getting him stone bricks and finding his friend who's lost over there in a tunnel, and then he turns around and says that he wants to help be a janitor on my ship, Now you can kind of dictate what you're going to get, and you can do it without having to do all these fetch quests and things like that. So there are a bunch of different job types. Frackin' Universe has a bunch of their own as well. So you've got some options there. The chef one is one in particular that I like, and one of the major reasons why I wanted to get this mod, and that is because the chef crewman on board your ship eliminates any food usage. So it basically almost turns it into an instance, your ship, so that you don't have to keep eating while you're on the ship. And that's important for me because I tend to, in my downtime, when I'm playing the game, I like to hang out on the ship and just kind of stay there and kind of rest there without having to worry about what's going on and having to come back to eat all the time. So I haven't played with any mods yet myself. Fetch quests are bleh. Yeah. Is the game free? It is not free, but last time I checked, I believe it's $15. It does go on sale sometimes also, so you'll want to keep an eye out for that. I love Starbound. I've been following it since beta. I was following it back when they didn't even have, like, they didn't have the ability to fly your ship out to certain, like, it was more or less like just click on a star, go there with fuel, click on a planet, click to go there, and that's it. And the bosses were basically only, like, you would craft an item to move to the next tier, and then when you did that, then that was it. You'd craft it, you'd fight a boss. You may want to, yeah, hide a little bit. There we go. That takes care of that. Die when AFK on my ship. Me too, and that's why I wanted to make sure I saw that mod, and I said, this is perfect for me. So I can't recommend the Chef Crewman one enough, but you're going to need job offers, I believe, to actually get that. It might allow you to otherwise, but then it would pretty much just be the random, I'll do a bunch of fetch quests and hope that I get a chef. And I'm not even sure if that's the case. You might need to actually have job offers, but you can also buy these instead of, like, you could see the chef in particular. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Yams. Just Yams. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the crew. The chef here uses a kitchen counter and a colony deed, so it's not too hard to get once you get to the second tier of the inventor's table. But you can also, if you can't do that, you can pay with pixels and buy them at the Frog's Furnishing store, and he'll have these same job offers. As far as I know, he's got all of them, and you can just pay pixels outright and buy them that way. But it's gonna be prices like you expect with the Ursa Minor, with the metals, where you'll see, you know, 10,000, 15,000 pixels. No game for me. What version is this game? It's up to, I think, 1.3 now, Blazin'. I think that's what they're at this point. But that's a couple of the mods that we're using. Frackin' Universe, I can't recommend enough. Oh, the shower. You saw a shower over there. Frackin' Universe I love because it allows, it adds so much to the game, and I can go into some of those things. It'll be easier to do when we're back on the ship because I've got some things just lying around. Surprise! Man, that thing packs a punch. Prison shanking. Surprise! You could take all that. Take the titanium. Throwing axes. You're getting all the throwing weapons. But yeah, so we've got a few things on the ship that are Frackin' Universe exclusives. I can show you the science outpost. It's pretty extensive. There are a lot of things. It adds a ton of recipes. It adds a ton of different planet types, a ton of different items, crafting recipes, status effects. It touches on just about everything. Clearly, I was always meant to be made. Like, pretty much. Even the game is telling you that. And actually, you can even see, just at a quick glance, right over here next to Miracle Grass Clippings. And that's one of the Frackin' Universe things already. It's one of the crops that are available. Does older version work? Work with what, Blazin'? And Janara, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Worst topping on pizza? I personally don't think it's pineapple. I think it's candy corn. I've never seen candy corn on a pizza before. and I don't think I want to. It just sounds terrible. Doing okay? Awesome. Glad to hear that. We're checking out some of the Spacefarer update that I haven't really gotten to explore too much. We started working on a space station. We've got a few things up there. Refrain from linking it then. Oh, the candy corn pizza. It's cool, don't worry. I got the bouncy. I got a bouncy bounce. These things look like they're going to hate us. Yeah, they don't like us too much. You may want to try and get up there if you can. Oh, there you go. Never mind. Good on you. And now we steal all their bananas. Take that. This here heresy. My ears. Refrain from linking it then. Linking candy corn pizza? Is that what you're talking about, Janara? Because my goodness, that... I don't even know where to go with that. We'll take their food. Sure. We're taking all their stuff. Because we can. We have the technology. There's somebody in here that wants to get shot. So how about we do that, Juli? Exactly what you're talking about. Now, I'm kind of curious at this point, but if you would prefer, I do have a Discord for the channel. You can always link it there. And if you're looking for that, you should be able to find it in the panels, or if you type !Discord, it should pop up with an invite link. But if not, I can always go ahead and get that for you, or Blazing can get it for you. Ooh, a blueprint for mechs. Do you want to take that one, or do you want me to grab that one, Juli? I don't want to leave you out to dry on these. Yeah, it's a simple mech blueprint, so what the point, or what the actual blueprint is, we'll find out when we use it. So I'll take this one, is that what you're saying? Or you'll take... Okay, I can get the stuff in the other box. The other box. Salvaged power coupling, interface chips. Yeah, so you can get those from fighting things. I'm gonna flip a switch because why not? Flip all the switches. That should break. There we go. Tropical punch. That was in one of those random capsules. All right, sure, why not? Anybody home? Oh, yep, we got a friend down there. Couple of friends, actually. Oh, these guys hurt. I am dead. Those guys hurt quite a bit, actually. Well, I guess we're gonna be heading back there. Good thing I bought all those medals and put all that stuff away. Because that would have been really expensive otherwise. But while we're here for a second, I'll just show you around with the ship a little bit. We've got these growing trays. That's one of the Fracking Universe things that I was talking about earlier. I don't think I lost anything either, actually. Usually you drop stuff on survival, but I don't think I actually did. Oh man. Candy corn on pizza. Who came up with this? Doesn't even look like... It looks like it's fruit and cheese. But it's designed like candy corn. Ooh. But you can see a couple of the... with the growing trays, at least. The way that works is you put seeds, you put water, and it'll just constantly keep growing. You can put in fertilizer, too. There are different fertilizer options from Fracking Universe. And you can just keep growing. So I've been growing, mass-producing rice and pretty much selling it for the most part. That way I can help to build the station a little bit quicker instead of having to find 200 titanium bars somewhere. Or the money to buy it, which is absurd. What kind of games do I usually play? I play a lot of space games. I play a lot of sandbox games. I've been playing a bit of Lord of the Rings Online recently, so some MMOs. What else? Let's see, Empyrean Galactic Survival we did last time, so that's more in your space sandbox realm. I've done a little bit of Star Citizen. I'm looking forward to doing more of that when they update a bit. What else? I've done some platforming. Dead Cells I got to check out before that came live. That was pretty fun. I know you guys enjoyed that one. What else have I played? I'm starting to look at my desktop now. I've got Factorio, so again with your sandbox, sort of. It's more logistics than anything else. I've got Stardew Valley that I've played some of, a little bit of Spiral Knights. There's a handful of things. I've done Undertale, I did that. I did a series on that fairly early on. Candy corn pizza. Yeah, I think that's pretty terrible. The growing trays are awesome, and I've been probably abusing them, as you can kind of see over here. Been just producing a lot of rice, and the problem that you run into if you're producing anything that spoils, because now you have things like potatoes or corn or whatever it is, and it has a certain shelf life, so it won't stack because the timing is different, so you can really only get like 8 of those unless you're just keeping an eye on it the whole time. So I choose rice because it doesn't have any shelf life until you actually cook it, so it can stack and just keep going. And you'll eventually start to generate more seeds too as time goes on. So that's why I've got 100 seeds in here, because it just eventually gets a couple more and keeps adding them in. Love space games. Awesome. Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of space games. My first game on PC was actually, it was a long time ago. It was a game by the name of Wing Commander Privateer. And it's by somebody called Chris Roberts, who's the mastermind behind Star Citizen also. And that was something where when I first saw it, I was like, this is amazing. You can go out and do stuff without having to like follow a story. You can decide if you just want to go and trade or go and be a bounty hunter or just travel between different areas and do your own thing. That's awesome. So that was when I first knew that I enjoyed space games, and it's only gotten more and more pronounced as time goes on. But yeah, so then we've also got this water pump here. This guy. That's another Fracking Universe thing, by the way. And it's a second tier water production device or station. The first one is just a regular well, and it's a bit tall, it's a bit bulky. You can get it into a ship, but you kind of need to clear out. You can't have anything above it other than the light, pretty much. And it will slowly generate water for you that you can just pick up, and it'll store up to 50, so you can actually start to generate some water without having any ability to collect it with your mana manipulators. That's kind of nice. The water pump is your second tier, and you get water at a quicker rate. It can store up to a stack of it, up to 1,000. And it'll also produce methanol and algae. Now, these are both Fracking Universe items as well. The methanol is involved in some various crafting for Fracking Universe of... I don't even remember what the methanol gets used for specifically. I'd have to look at some of the recipes, which we can check out in a little bit. But the algae is really cool because what you can do is take the algae and I think some DNA samples, which is another Fracking thing, and you can make some of the seed type items, algae pods. And then what I did is I went ahead and threw them into a growing tray right here, and now we're mass producing algae. And what you do with that, I'll show you real quick at our space station what we're working on. How you make a refrigerator. Honestly, I found those and stole them, Juli, but I believe we can make one with the Fracking stuff. So if you follow me over to the station, we can check that out. So what you can do then with algae, and you can get salt and oxygen by, there are different extraction devices, and you can take water and dump that in for an easy fix for salt, oxygen. You get hydrogen as another byproduct. Take the salt, oxygen, algae, make biofuel canisters. You basically now have an unlimited supply of fuel as long as you can get access to water. But let's see. I got the spike sphere. Nice. Let's see. It's gross. 100% likes to eat cicadas. I haven't quite done that, Blazin', I gotta admit. That's awesome. I've been playing Starbound Kerbal Space Program lately. Kerbal is another one that I need to get into at some point. I've touched on it a little bit, not for streaming. I actually touched on it before I started streaming, which was I started about 13 months ago. year and a month ago. So the first time I started doing this. But yeah, I've checked out a little bit. It seemed a little confusing from only playing it for a brief period of time. I'm sure if I got into it a little bit more, I'd start to understand the mechanics and how it all works. But from just touching on it for a minute, I was like, this is a bit much for me right now. But Julie, so at this station here, the big one, the auto assembler, there is a food locker recipe, and I think we could probably get that together. You know how to make glass? I know how, but I want to see if you do, then I'll let you get that together if you have any sand. The cryonic extract, I think I have in my... Yeah, sand, at a furnace. Advanced plastic, I know I've got some oil, so I can make that for you. And advanced plastic is one of those crafting ingredients for fracking stuff that's used in a ton of different things. 27, that's fine. At this furnace, I think it's 2 per piece of glass. And this is another mod, actually, that I have. I haven't gotten to check it out yet, but it's supposed to be different types of smoke blocks, and it's supposed to emulate smoke. So you place it down, I guess it emulates it from that specific point. So I want to check that out at some point. I think that would be pretty cool to have chimneys and have smoke popping up. I'm looking forward to that in the future. While you're doing that, real quick, I am going to go and get some cryonic extract, and we should be able to get together a nice little food locker. Should have some extract in here somewhere. I'm sure that it will be easier for everyone else to find except for me. How do you get the plastic? That is oil, plastic polymer, and I forget the third thing, but I just went and made some for you. The oil was the thing I was having some trouble finding, honestly. Where is my cryonic extract? I know you can make some, but I don't know if I have what I need to make it either. I'm surprised I don't think I have any. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take these DNA samples and see if that is what I need to make the extracts, because we're gonna need those in general for fracking stuff. Might as well keep it over with the fracking stations. Head back to our ship over here, our station. Kerbal is daunting at first, but we'll get you hooked and even teach you some rocket science in the process. Played since early alpha. Oh, okay, that's pretty long time then. I know that it's, or it seems like, I never know because I didn't actually study it, but it seems like it's something that would be accurate and true to life, or at least relatively. So it would be pretty fun to check out, and it's something that I need to just sit down one day and kind of force myself to start working through the basics of. I think then it'll get fun, like you're saying. Let's see. So we wanted to get cryonic extract. What do I need? Mineral samples, nitrogen, hydrogen. Well, hydrogen we got tons of. Mineral samples, what do I need for that? Raw minerals, nutrient paste. I probably got some of that lying around. I do. And this extraction lab that I'm pulling this out of, it's really handy also because you basically can take just about anything, like the water to get the hydrogen, oxygen, salt. You could take pretty much anything and dump it in here, so all of a sudden all that dirt that you had that was useless before, now I could go ahead and let's find something real quick. Here, pile of eyes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 826 tiles of piles of eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and dump them in here, and it'll actually pretty much grind it down into something different. And it looks like we're gonna get 2 tissue cultures instead per 50. So now I've got some extra crafting materials to work with for these tiles I was never gonna use anyway. So that's another cool thing about fracking. I mean, it gives you a bunch of items, but it has ways to get rid of a bunch of tiles. And liquids too, and things of that nature. But anyway, so we needed to make some mineral samples. I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. I guess I never did the quest for that before. Learned how to make a couple of different things that I didn't know before. I'm not familiar with them, so we'll have to explore that at some point. Mineral and DNA samples open up a whole new world of research and possibility. I should upgrade to a biochem lab for even more advanced research. We did that already. We're working with a chemistry lab, actually. We upgraded that because we needed it for something else in our process. But nitrogen here, we should... I want to see if we can do it with the extraction or if I need to just make it outright like that. We should have enough that I can really play around with it for a second. Plant fibers. Let's just take half of the stack here. Let's see what it does. That's 50. And we get tissue cultures. Okay, that's not what I wanted. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just make some nitrogen real quick. I think we needed 2 of it. Okay, so we got nitrogen and we've got our mineral samples. And then what else did we need? We needed hydrogen. Easy. Can grab a couple of these right here. And this will be our cryonic extract. Do you have the glass handy? Repulsor field pack, cryogenic pod. I don't know what any of these things are. There's so many recipes for things that you learn along the way also. So there's just tons of stuff with this mod. All right, it was 2 pieces, I think. So if you have it handy, I'll take it, and I should be able to. Honestly, I only need 1. I already have 1 on me from before. So if you do that, I can make a food locker for us, which is huge, and should be able to store pretty much anything that you... What? Oh. I was like, why the laughter? What happened? Alright, so we're gonna put together this food locker. And where were you playing? Having it on the ship or having it here? Or what did you want to do with it? It's around here. There it is. There's the thing. It's pretty narrow too. That's a pretty nice storage option. Here seems good. I'll put it down here for now. But yeah, that can store a lot. So I'll just dump all of the foods I was carrying in there. And yeah, we're pretty good now. That worked out pretty well. And then we can always sell some of this stuff once we go back to the other base with the Terramart shipments. But I'm also gonna top off, noticing that I could afford to eat a couple of pieces of rice, just pieces, not bowls. Okay. So I think we're good. Are you okay over there? I see things moving around repeatedly. And I'm not sure why exactly. I has a confusion. I'll eat bowls. I'll eat bowls all day. Oh, mouse is glitching. I gotcha. I saw things disappearing and coming back. I was like, what? Are you okay over there? But I guess if you want to try hitting those mini-cog a little bit more, or anybody who didn't see before, would you like to see a quick little tour of what we've got for this space station so far? Yeah, go for it. Excuse me. Yeah, feel free to grab the poultry. It's not like we can't get more of that. Got an incubator and probably a couple 100 eggs back on my ship. I think we'll be pretty good. But also, as an aside, if you're new to the channel over on the Twitch side, especially, there is an extension that we just added the last time called Stream Legends. So you can actually play a fairly basic RPG while you're watching, and it's something that we can all work on together from what I was reading. It's something where we can join in raids and fight as a channel together. So definitely feel free to check that out. If you want to know more about any other mini games we have with the bots, let me know and I'll I'll tell you what I can as far as that's concerned. Sure. Sure for the tour. Alright, so here's the first spot here. You usually dock with your mech here. Come in through here. I put down these fracking universe stations because I needed some place to put them. But we got expansion room up, down, teleporter. We just put this fridge down here. You can change gravity with this station right here. So that's pretty cool. And there's some basic storage, 48 slots that comes with this. But after that, we went ahead and we built this long horizontal corridor. It's got a rail here. I assume that means I could put an elevator on it, but I don't know. I haven't tried that yet. And then we've got a large core room here with some random wood platforms. And that was really just to try and get up there real quick. But you can see that this thing has a lot of room, so we can do a lot in this space and still expand south and east. So we got some room to work with. But after that, we've got a large greenhouse up here. This is one of the rooms that was added thanks to the Frackin' Universe mod also. So we've got some expansion room on the left and right here, but we've got nice glass ceiling over here. Got the glass window. Came with all of this dirt with the grass on it already here, so we can go ahead and just put down crops the old-fashioned way on this space. And then I went and we put up this hallway here with these up on top. Now these, can't tell from here, but they are solar panels, or these are actually solar arrays, which are the second tier. And what you do with them is you take a wiring tool, and there are certain things in Frackin' Universe that require power. So you can hook these up to either a battery or to a device that needs power and operate them that way. So that's pretty much what we've got so far. We're going to be looking to start getting into that sort of stuff and getting a battery down and some powered stations in the future. But for now, we've got these solar arrays. They're not taking up any room inside the station, which is always a cool thing. It's on the hallway here, so it looks like it makes sense too, and it just is very practical on top of that. So definitely happy about that. Some of the other things we'd like to put in here, and this will probably go back towards that first room, but we're thinking what we'd like to do is to add on, gotta find it on here, a mech assembly room at some point. And what that'll do is it'll give us a mech assembly station, so we can pick and choose parts and swap out parts on our mechs and colors and all that stuff. And also the crafting station, so we can make parts if we have the materials we need. So that way we'll have everything that we need for mechs all within our station. We'll have it all at our home base. And outside of that, maybe do some residential modules. We'll spruce up this space a little bit, maybe add some growing trays and stuff over here, have a lot of stations. We got a lot of room to work with, and we can always expand outward in just about any direction. So that's what we've got so far, but some pretty cool stuff. I see you shooting over there. You're shooting your was it the translocator, which those of you who played the old Unreal Tournament will recognize that name. And it works exactly the same way, except you can't kill people by teleporting onto them. So, yeah, you can literally fire that no gravity thing. Can literally fire it and then right-click to teleport to wherever it went. So, very handy thing. Oh, see ya. I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to pull that off. If you were going to think fast enough to fire a disc inside. Well, you could always beam up if you had to. That was pretty funny, gotta admit. Alright, so that's what we got with this section. Here's a couple of the other stations that we've got, though. We've got a tinkering table, which is a first tier station for Frackin' Universe again. Oh, gotcha. I did see that. I just needed to catch up on it. Not many Asian kids in my school, and I bring lunch to school. People are like, oh my god, this looks so weird and gross. It's chicken and rice. Like, I don't understand. It's not that complicated. Hey, it's delicious, though, and that's the important part. But the tinkering table, it's one of those first tier Frackin' Universe crafting stations, and you've got some interesting things here, even at that first level. Like, in particular, I'd say this ore detector is a pretty cool one. And what it does is it emits a pulse. I actually have one on hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use it for a second, but we're gonna need to move away. What it does is it emits this pulse. You can kind of see it a little bit. You can't see it too well because we're so well lit in this area. But what it'll do is if there's any ore, it'll just kind of highlight the tile that it's in. So you can tell at a quick glance if there's ore in the area, which is very handy. There's also one for cave detection, so you can tell if you've got open spaces. And they are, at least that one, the ore one is definitely upgradable. You can tell it's Mark 1. That says upgradable tool on top of that. And the cave detector doesn't look like that upgrades, but even so, having both of those handy would be great for when you're looking for certain, trying to go hunting for metals, or you're trying to find different areas to get down quickly or explore and hope to find different underground, homes or chests or what have you. So you got some options there. And there's a mining laser that can upgrade. The first one is not really that great, but it can upgrade to some pretty high level stuff from what I understand. And then you've got different modules that you can slot into your survival packs. Some provide protection against regular stuff like poison or the oxygen. You can breathe no matter what. And some are for some of the Frackin' status effects, like corruption, I think is one of those, or there's some other really funky ones that you haven't really seen. I think there's one for like radioactive, like poisoning or something like that. So there's stuff for all sorts of things, and even to the point where there are guns, which I think is cool. They have different guns that you can make that produce various liquid types. So there's one for healing water, there's one for poison. You have to have some of the liquid itself to make the gun, but then you basically have an unlimited supply of that liquid once you have the gun, because you just go and sit around and shoot it wherever you want, and it drops the liquid down there. So some pretty cool stuff, all in all. But outside of that, we've got our auto assembler. That's up a couple of tiers. It's mostly got the stations that you would use, but you can extract different genes and things from seeds and use those to create new different types of plants that you don't have already. I feel like a Twinkie. That's all. You guys and girls need sleep. Trying to fix sleep schedule. Yeah, that's something that I could also afford to do in the future, and I probably won't stay up too much longer, but we'll go back to that mini cog thing. I'll check that out real quick, and then we will go ahead and take a look at the friendly station. I think after that we're gonna wrap things up. But thanks for hanging out, Blazin'. Always a pleasure to have you here. Also, totally not checking out Twitch out for that game. Hey, I'm happy that you are checking it out, because I do think it's pretty cool having that functionality. I want to see what you guys think of it too. And I'd love to actually add some more extensions. I'm trying to work on that, trying to get access to some things that I think would be fun for you guys too. So hopefully over time I'll get to add more stuff, but that's what we've got so far. So it's a nice little starting ground, I think. But we've got some other things. Electronics center for all your powered stuff. You can create the plants with the genes and stuff like that. There are options to, you can have a mech repair mod, so you can see it requires 20 watts, it says over here. And it'll presumably just keep releasing those nanites that repair your mech's energy. So you can put it down somewhere and have an option to repair your mech, but you have to have this thing powered, so that's a little hard to do out in the field unless you're carrying around a bunch of solar panels or something like that and just dropping them down. But there are some pretty nifty things here. There's a mining bench. You could upgrade your mining lasers. It's a whole bunch of things. So, all right, what we're gonna do, Julie, is we're gonna head back to the ship and see if we can continue where we left off with that that whole apex thingy. We don't like them being able to nuke people or celestial bodies, so we're gonna take care of them. Also, I'm gonna grab whatever water's in here, because we need it for all of the things. And I'm also gonna go ahead and eat these eggs, because that is some good nourishment. And that's one of the reasons why I keep them around, because they don't sell for too much, the eggs, and they're not too easy to use in a lot of recipes with the crops that I'm producing right now. But they can provide a nice quick, you know, resource for food, and they give me that option, so I can always kind of top off in a hurry, or I can just produce more chickens to just continue that whole process and build up more. All right. But yeah, so as far as that extension goes, the Stream Legends, I was working on that last night. You can actually play that while the stream is offline as well, and I'm looking to oh yeah, that's true, you don't have to keep using it because of Newton's law. I know, I just instinctively hold the thrust down, but that game, I am trying to actually get some gold together on that, so I can launch a raid on it in the near future, hopefully, and have you guys join me for that. I think that would be a fun time. That was not the section we need. We need to go up. So that's something that we'll be hopefully hitting on in the next stream or two. Something to look forward to. Or maybe I'll put a shop up so you guys can buy some gear. And here we go. Call that elevator again. Alright. So I think we were down in this next tier, right? Or were we here? Is this where, yeah, this is where things went wrong. Give me one quick second. Alright. Yeah, sure. We can go with this, I guess. Yeah, I see them. I don't know how well this is gonna go, because we don't exactly have strong armor, to be honest. I put down a proximity mine over there, so if they get too close, they should run into it. There we go. There's one down. There was more than one. The others are probably up there. Maybe. I'm gonna tempt fate. Crunchy chick. Yeah, I definitely have one of those. Oh, Urkius fuel. Awesome. Grab the things. I'm gonna take the Urkius fuel. Oh, there he goes. Don't touch that one, you mean? That console? Is that the one I shouldn't touch? That's fine. I think we can sneak this, actually. Stay there and be ready to beam up if things go wrong, because we can always just kind of... Oh, wait. Here. Haha. I have these things. Yoink. I'm gonna take your stuff. Oh, I'm totally wearing this mask, by the way. Perfect. Nice. Oh, we did pretty well with that. Now, it's just a matter of getting out of here. Which we may need to just beam up and come back for. Admittedly. Oh no, to what? Yeah, if you can get a good shot, then... Be careful with that guy, though. Because there's two of them down there. Yep, those ones. I'm dropping down. Get out of there, if you can. Just drop down. Get out. Okay. I'm going this way now. Bye, friends. Yeah, follow me down here. Goodbye for good, friends. Wow, I really made that elevator freak out, didn't I? And if they try to follow, I'm just gonna call the elevator back. Alright, one of them got bored. They all got bored. Hooray! Sometimes things work out. Oh, that guy didn't get bored, apparently. Alright, that's fine. It's not like we don't have options to heal up or anything. You making your way back? Yeah. You okay over there? Alright, so this miracle grass clipping. I'm gonna go ahead and just eat one of those. Because what it does is it actually provides, it's a pretty early plant that you can grab. And it provides a long-term, very slow health regen. So it'll just kind of keep you healing a little bit for a while. Which can be nice. You know, sometimes you don't want that quick burst. You want to just kind of keep healing a little bit while you're in the middle of fighting and stuff. Really want those bananas back. That must be it. It makes so much sense now. There's still one down here, I think. Only one, though. Yeah, I've got my passive heal. Oh. Yeah, we almost got him. He's on the right. Got him now. There we go. I'm gonna give you one of these also, Juli. Because those are handy. Gives you a nice long-term slow heal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that, Yams. I think they really do want those bananas. And we got a couple in there too, so we can, yeah, once you heal up, we can go ahead and start with them. Maybe I can do one of those to him. Oh, hi, I forgot about you guys. Maybe we should have just left them. Ready when you are. One of them's almost dead. You wanna... Nope, I'm dead now. It's so quiet. Didn't think they were gonna hit me that frequently at that range. I'm a little shocked by that. Well, I'm gonna try and teleport to you and see what happens. Yeah, it just brings you to the map. Okay. Fair enough. Went back to your ship. Sounds good. Hey, better than dying. I'll give you that. I just warped back in also, so it's gonna take me a second to get back there anyways. I'm also shaking in my mech, if you guys can see that. Like, just like constantly like I'm bouncing, which makes almost no sense because we're in space. And it should be frictionless. So I don't know how he's constantly bouncing around in there. But who am I to judge? Alright, we're almost there. And this time, I would actually love to get them to come up top, because I just hop in my mech and shoot them all and use the drill. It would be a lot of fun for me. Promise you that. Alright, I'm gonna try this real quick. Just see if they're still down here. I don't think they are. We could really probably just leave them alone, but whatever. At this point, maybe we're just looking to have them killed. There's hearts from that guy. I don't know what that's about. That should cause some havoc, even though I missed with half of those. Guy does a lot of damage. shouldn't have lagged quite so much there. Almost got him. Almost gotcha now. Ha 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 ha. That's one. I gotcha. Alright. Let's eat this thing because we're gonna need some heals. 35 pixels. That was not worth my time. Alright. Well, we made some headway. Killed at least 2 of them, it looks like. Maybe 3. Alright then. And let's just shoot this guy a little bit. I don't know how I missed with that many. It's like the Stormtrooper effect over here. Got him in the face with one, though. We're probably going to want to back up a little bit. Maybe heal. Because he can't deal with the range. Yeah, that's right, he can't. Alright, so about not touching anything else up there. Let's do that. Alright. I see people. I'll try to keep him at bay if I can. There we go. That was a lot easier than those other guys. What do we got in here? Some salvaged parts, some pixels. More salvaged parts. Another security person. Oh. Cool. Alright. That was pretty cool. Security's where? On the right side of this door? Probably as soon as we hit this panel. Most likely. Oh, that was a pretty cool shelf, actually. I like it. Alright, I'm gonna hit this thing and see what happens. So hopefully this works. Well, that was very anticlimactic. Alright. So I want to break these things. Some salvage parts. Nothing else really crazy. Alright, should I open this? Are we ready for this guy? Oh, alright. Or you can just get through there. That's fine. You know, whatever. Hey, more ancient essence. We're getting a lot of that stuff. I still don't actually know what it's used for, though. I think it's end game things. I know Fracken has a couple of recipes for things like matter manipulators using the essences, but I can prison stab. All right, sounds good. Oh, boop! Nothing happens. Yeah, that was a bit of a downer, wasn't it? Like, all right, we dealt with so many of those guys before. They're definitely going to be hard to deal with. Hits the button. Waits. Still waits. I'm grabbing those things just because of the essences. I missed out. What? So I wonder what this panel actually opens. I'll take those. That dungeon is massive. It really is. You get all of the essences. No. Did you flip the switch, by the way? No, that's fine. I mean, I still don't even know what these are used for. Nice hat, by the way. Is that cardboard box? This place is huge, though. It is. Or you threw the switch already. Oh, you got a shotgun now? Nice. Do we need to throw that? All right, cool. So that probably opened up something else down here, is my assumption. Let's see what's on the bottom level. We'll go left first. Oh, it's friends. We should probably go up. You should beam up. Here. Okay. Oh, that worked out pretty well, actually. Distracted them with moving elevators, apparently. I killed them. There. They are dead now. Just reminds me of the Final Fantasy 7. Oh, whoa, there's 2 mech blueprints that they dropped, apparently. And I have a feeling we're going to have some friends come right out of this door here. But, ooh, Vanus Flower, +3 to defense. That seems like something that'll be worth trying to grow later. Anything else super useful? Nah, looks like we're good otherwise. But yeah, so you can have that. The whole space station thing, it's really, really interesting. Oh yeah, thanks for the follow also. Definitely appreciate that. Anything good in those chests? Banana mask. Banana phone. Did you throw the rifle at me? Oh, the shotgun. Do I get the rifle or do you get the rifle? I don't even know if I really want the rifle, so to speak. I mean, it's a quick shot, but oh, that's nice. But I already have this rebounding thingy. I really like this thing actually. I'll probably stick with this. So nobody came out of here, but there are red siren lights. I suspect that is not going to be a fun time for us. So I guess let's check out this other side real quick. Hi, friends. Careful. There we go. All right. But what it reminded me of before, what I was starting to say was the people who did DBZ Abridged did one for Final Fantasy VII also. And Barrett basically ended a fight and was yelling like, "There, it is over. It is done," because people were just constantly messing up, like they were attacking when they needed to start using magic on the thing, or they were like Eris healed it or something. Oh, look out. Hi, friends. Alright, one's down. I think we can get him. Yeah, that's right. Anything in there? Nope. Nothing in there. The flashlight is real. We got some pixels in there. You can take those. The merriment. Is that a castle? They have a castle? I want that castle. Team 4-star. Me too. I love their stuff. I've been watching the FF7 stuff recently. So it's been a long time since I watched it. I wish they did a second series or a season of that stuff. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, we threw the switches already. It probably opened those doors on the bottom. Maybe. Because I don't think there's anything else. I think we're pretty much done down here. We stole the bananas. There's a guy. Oh, there's a guy over there. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go say hi to him. 3 guys? Alright. I'm definitely using some more of the miracle grass then. But yeah, Team 4-star. Love their stuff. Even though I wasn't really a huge DBZ guy, I love the DBZ Abridged stuff. Oh, that's one down. 2, 3. That happened fast. There are doors here, though, so we're gonna have to be careful. Nothing in there. Did we already loot this place? I think we did. That was where it was. That was where we ran into trouble the first time. So we haven't been to the one below. See that? Those chests are still unopened. Ho 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 ho. And good old Team 4-star. I'll come back. Alright. So this is probably gonna send some big baddies at us too. I'll just stay right here. Ready when you are. Oh, maybe we killed them all already. What do we got? Beam pistol. You can have all the things if you want. Sword Art Online abridged. Ooh. That was very loud. I didn't even know that they did one for Sword Art Online. Something Witty Entertainment is really good too. Oh, Witty Entertainment, so it's a different group, but even so. I should look into that. That was one that I heard I would like. Like, people told me I would like SAO because I do like MMOs. But I never got into it. I don't know, I just never really looked into it. I probably should have. Alright, I think we're done with this place. I think we checked everything. And I don't see anybody else. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we can beam out and check out the friendly station next. Be a lot easier than this thing, that's for sure. Alright, beaming up. Whoop. So I'll go ahead and I'll fly us over to the nearest station. Chickens are having a party over there. They're even headbanging. And let's see, what is this? Outlaw Mine? Oh, I haven't seen that before. It's a Nova Kid one. But we're gonna go ahead and hit this electronics station over here. That's the Lethia fleet. That's what I was talking about before, a threat class of 6. Every so often you run into one of those. I haven't tried going after one of those guys because I don't have an upgraded mech for one. I don't have upgraded armor. I need to work on that. So I just have been leaving those guys alone for now. But that's something that I imagine you could start getting some pretty cool drops from. Maybe some upgraded mech parts, salvage things, maybe better ores and stuff like that. I don't know. Def watch the show first, then watch the bridge to get all the humor. That makes sense. It makes a lot more sense that you would want to do it that way. Because otherwise you do miss a lot of stuff. Even with DBZ Abridged. But I feel like DBZ Abridged, it's straightforward enough that you can kind of make heads or tails of it even if you didn't watch the show regularly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check out this station now. Ready to go? Everybody ready? Alright, that sounds like a yes. So now you can see we've got that navigator because there's a transponder over here. And here it is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dock with this station. But it's friendly, so there's nothing to worry about on this place other than hunger. You do have to worry about that still. Or suffocating yourself if you run off of the grid. Now, I believe I've been through this one. Normally those crates, a lot of them will have stuff in them. But I believe I've already checked through. So you probably won't find anything in like the random storage containers, but you'll find stuff like salvaged parts. You'll find pixels. Maybe some ores you might find also. Anything else in here? Nope, nothing in there. And I'll bring you down to that last one. Looks like the right side. Well, there's a trash can on the left side. But yeah, that's it for this one. So you can kind of get an idea. Oh, I was hoping it was gonna take me. I got it. They'll never keep me down there. So there's one up top also. It's probably the same as the first one that we saw. But these look like core modules, the small 1x1 cores. I think this is what we'd be looking at for that. But every one of these stations is gonna have a section where you'll find a vendor who sells the trade goods, and what they sell is based on what the name of it is. So this is an electronics station, so they'll sell electronic parts, which I have some of. I have some of each of these trade goods, actually. These electronic parts right here. So what you can do with those then is, if you actually want to make money off of it, because you could sell it to a regular vendor. I don't think you make money that way, though. I think you might lose some. What you want to do is you want to carry it to a station that actually buys them. And each one of these stations, the electronic station, they'll buy one of the other 3 goods. And it's random which one they buy from what I hear. But there'll be an NPC, and usually it'll kind of be advertised. Like the station will be, or the NPC that buys and sells will be kind of advertised as far as where he is. You'll see a sign or something like that. So I'm thinking maybe he's up. I'm thinking he might be up here. And yep, you can see already this sign right here. Is that Julie in the background? No, that is my girlfriend Jillian is hanging out in the background. And the mysterious hand makes an appearance. Usually it is the hand that feeds. But yeah, so you can see the sign, even the tooltip. What's that over there?
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Yes, I'm not sponsored by Dr. Pepper, that's for sure. But yeah, so NPC is by the sign, but you can see he buys food rations, sells electronic parts, and it works off of supply and demand. So if I buy, the price starts to go up per unit. So you eventually want to hit a point where you stop buying because you'll just be paying too much. And same thing with selling. You could see that price point is not really so good anymore, but I'm just gonna dump all of them because I'm still making a decent amount off of what I probably paid for the food rations. So that's how the trading works in the game. But you could theoretically make money by doing that, going from system to system, buying goods, transporting them to somewhere else. You could have different trade routes by knowing what you can get where, what you can sell where, and just keep going on those routes to pick up some quick pixels. Yeah, Juli is a couple states away, unfortunately. But we did get to go to PAX East together, so that was a good time. We had some fun times there. But yeah, that's the station. That's the friendly stations, at least, and they're friendly ships that are fairly similar. And with those, I mean, there's no reason for us to get back in the mechs because we're beaming back up now. But if I could find a friendly ship, it's pretty much the same thing, but they will sell different cosmetic things based on a certain theme. So I'm gonna see if we can track one of them down just to show you that. I'm not gonna bother trying with the Lethia fleet because I know that that's gonna be a mess for us to try and deal with. This is our station, so people could actually navigate to it outright, even if they didn't have the teleporter. If you gave them the coordinates or the system, they could find it and go to it. So that's cool also, that you have that option. Where can I maybe find... We're gonna try heading back to Kaus. We're gonna see if maybe we can find a friendly ship over there. See what we got. I know it is sad that she is a little further away, but we will be having plans at some point to have visits back and forth is the ideal. So that's something to look forward to for us. But yeah, good times, good times. So we are gonna see if we can find a friendly ship now, because that's pretty much, from what I know, that's the last type of thing that I know of that's a celestial body or a spacecraft that you can actually encounter in this. So I don't see any here. And one of the other things that's cool with Spacefarer is that you can literally just go anywhere. I mean, I can't beam down here because there's nothing here. I could still go and beam wherever I have registered with the teleporter, any of those slots. But I like that you can just go where you feel like instead of having to be restricted to, okay, there's a planet here, you have to go here, or go to this other planet in the system, and those are the only two places you can go. So it feels a little bit more realistic and more engaging that you can just go between where you want to go. But let's go ahead and check out this star. I haven't actually been to this one yet, so we're gonna see what's going on here. Maybe we can find a friendly ship over there. There's only a few different planets from there. I saw there were only 3, but I haven't been to any Penumbra planets before. That's another Fracken universe planet type, so they have different biomes also. There's a whole thing in the codex, by the way, all for Fracken universe. Effects. This is 20 pages. There's a guide part 2 for different world types: bogs, rainforest, bloodstone, crystal moons. This continues with more of your, I believe these are like the mini biomes. This is 12 pages. That's another 21. And then you've got things like a network guide that they throw at you too, in case you want to transfer. You could transfer items between different containers and have an item or a station, more or less. It's kind of like furniture, I guess. But it kind of works like a drill or like something that collects liquids. There's another one for that. And you can have stuff that transfers items between containers. So you can set up this whole network once you start running off of power and stuff like that. So there's some cool stuff that you can do in the game with Fracken Universe especially. Let's see, that's a weapons platform again. We don't want to see those. SCI, what was that? SCI 030. What was that from? Did I miss something? I'm just exploring these at this point and just mapping them. Penumbrite, fauna is dangerous. Celestial interference, low threat. Oh, okay. Oh, you can see all those. Oh, because you're watching the stream. Of course, of course. Ah, yes, of course, of course. All right, so if you want to check that out, we can check that out, sure. This one is QGF134. You're on top of me, and that's how you can see it? I didn't realize that was a way to do this. And looking over your shoulder in the game. Oh, the immersion is real. So let's check this out then. Sure, why not? Let's see what's going on with this celestial interference that we've got. Maybe a friendly ship will wander by while we're here, and then we can go to see them afterwards. So we've already found some enemies. You can pan the camera and kind of start the engagement before they find you, which is nice. It's nice that you can do that and kind of get the jump on them before they're running at you and you're sitting there frantic trying to deal with the threat. All right, anything else up there? There's some ore up there. I'll grab that. I lost the nanites, but 4 silver ore. Well, not like we can't use that. Definitely need silver, especially with the space station, because those different blueprints for areas, adding on different areas to the ship or to the station, they take a lot of titanium, a lot of gold, and a lot of silver. I'm gonna have to grab this stuff because otherwise it's gonna disappear. I am flying in your general direction. But I advise Juli keeping the drill out and using the drill because it provides a way to push them back if they get too close. So that would be my advice. Anything else around here? I don't see anything. Alright. Might have one more encounter before we get to whatever this thing is that we found. What do we got here? Oh, nope. Looks like we're coming up on it. And there's some metals in the asteroid here, so you can bet I'm gonna try to drill this and see if it's protected. It is not. That's perfect. So we can get some extra silver ore just by drilling this little chunk down. You can take the ore underneath if you want, Juli. You want to get this ore down here, right on the left. You could take that one. Get some stuff over there. Apparently, he dances once you're like your mouse is very close to that break-even point. What else do we got? We got a couple of salvaged armor plates. We'll take those. Switching back to YouTube, Twitch is lagging for me. All right, sounds good. Did you enjoy the game? Did you check that out at all, by the way, Yams? Because I do want to get feedback on it. It's something that we just put out 2 days ago, actually. It was the first time I actually put it on to the channel. Hop out of my mech just to grab the meteorites. Alright, I assume that everything was taken out of here already. But that wasn't. Oh no, I was gonna take that. No. That's fine. It's fine. Alright, I can learn that too. So we learned a couple of different mech things. But I think what that actually was a gene, which I was wondering what that would enable us to learn how to make. Because once you have figured out the gene and discovered it, then eventually with the more advanced Frackin' Universe station, you can actually develop more of those genes to use to make plants and things like that. So I believe that probably wound up in your first tab. I think it was like a aquatic homeostasis or something. What was in it? I think it should look like a weird picture. That's pretty much the best way I can describe. Pretty fun, still playing on Twitch, watching stream here. Gotcha, I gotcha. Oh, hi friend. I will continue reading that in 1 second. As you can see, we've made a few friends, and we're gonna need to do something about them. Your shot just froze in midair and disappeared again. I don't know what happened exactly. Playing on Twitch, watching the stream here. Goal is to get town to level 2 tonight. Hey, I would love that, because I started doing what I could on it, and I pretty much just saved the money. I don't believe there's a way to sell any equipment, from what I can tell, yet. But I haven't actually tried. I saw it was a trash can icon. I was like, I'm not going to touch that because I don't want to throw away my stuff. I actually want to try selling it, maybe. Alright. I think we're pretty much good here. We might find some enemies, but energy's super low. That's fine. Here's some more enemies. So if you're careful, we might be able to get a couple of nanites out of 1 or 2 of them, like that guy. Here's another. Oh, it just flew at me. I'll take the silicon board. That's another thing you can make with Frackin'. You can make so many things. Imagine it being really fun when more people are on. Yeah, absolutely. And I won't have too much time given what time it is, but I'll pop on for about like 10 minutes once the stream is over, just to say hi and do that for a little bit with you too. Thought the same thing. Hope we can sell later on. Me too. I have no idea though. Another beacon? Oh, maybe. I've never actually tried wandering far into these things. I usually just hit that first beacon and call it a day from there. Maybe there is more stuff. Looks like there is. Because it's definitely moving as we make a vertical move. Interesting. What else do we have over here? Yep. Unless we just went around full circle, maybe. Because this looks strangely like the place where we mined up that silver. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we probably already did this one. Gotta get off soon. Mid circle. Yeah. Alright, sounds good. We can beam out of here then. Gotta get off soon. Yeah. It is definitely gonna be time for us to wrap things up. I really do appreciate you guys coming out tonight, though. And for hanging out. I can't see chat because there's a giant box in the way. But yeah, I believe that's gonna wrap things up for us here. So thanks again for coming by. If it's your first time here and you haven't already, please consider subscribing, or if you're on Twitch, following over there. We're gonna be continuing and doing some more charity streams as time goes on. I want to do some more stuff for Irma because we already did some for Hurricane Harvey, and the link for that is still over in the description over on YouTube. It should be in the chat commands over on Twitch as well. I can run that before I log off for the night. But outside of that, if you know anybody else you think would enjoy this sort of stuff, we'd love to have you share with them and just continue to grow the community. We love to see new people who like to hang out and have some fun. And I believe that about covers everything. So the next stream that I'm going to try to do, something on Sunday. Usually my schedule is Tuesday, Thursday. I'm going to try to do something Sunday, maybe around 12 or 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's something you can look forward to. If you want to get updates on that, you can check out my Twitter or my Discord. Those are the two places that I'm usually the most active as far as status updates. So if you're looking for that, let me know. I'll be hanging out in chat for a few minutes anyways to just touch base with all you guys. And I believe that covers everything. So thanks so much again, and I will catch you all next time. Have a great night, everybody.